How's it gaming, guys? I'm Phil in the Blanks, and welcome to Let's Play Circus Charlie. This is a very random quickie, I'll admit. But I'm actually doing this because it is my sister's birthday today, and this is one of the games we used to play a lot when we were kids. Circus Charlie. Circus Charlie actually never came out in North America. It was an arcade game, and it came out for the NES or the Famicom in Japan, and never came out in North America. But we grew up with one of those multi-carts, the unlicensed things. We had a 31-in-1 when we were kids. We used to play this one a lot, and we actually didn't know it was called Circus Charlie. We just called it, I think it was just called Circus on that thing. I also didn't know it was made by Konami until fairly recently, because I'd never played the original version of this game, even though pretty much everything's identical from the 31-in-1 cartridge. Just it didn't have the official name, it didn't have the name of the company that made it. So, normally I don't like playing ROMs on this channel if I don't have to, and I could have played this on the 31-in-1 cartridge, but because, like I said, it doesn't have the names and stuff like that, so I figured I'd just get the ROM. So this is the Japanese ROM, so yay. It's not a super amazing game. It's a port of an arcade game, and I think it came out originally like 1983 or 4 in Japan, so it's fairly limited. It's got like 4 levels, and we've just, beat one right there. So I actually didn't know it was an arcade game either until fairly recently, right before I started trying to get a little bit more information on this game. Whee! But it is fun. Like I said, my sister and I used to play this game a lot. 31-in-1 was one of those cartridges, because it has 31 games on it, that we played a lot, because there were a lot of really fun arcade-style games, and a few games that never came out in North America, though obviously we didn't know that at the time. We just thought it was so cool to have a lot of smaller games on one cartridge. Watch out for the blue one. Easy enough, you just kind of go forward. This is a very easy game, by the way, as you can tell. It's very simple. Here, just going, oh, no, well, I died. Very easy, very easy. Basically, just, you can't change your jump arc. Once you're in the air, you're committed to that arc, so. So you gotta jump kind of straight up. This shouldn't be a problem to beat, even with me jibber-jabbering all through it. But yeah, so anyways, 31-in-1 just had a lot of games on it that we had never really seen around, and they were quick and fast, and that was perfect, because by the time we were playing NES games, it was like 1989 or something, so we had gotten used to games that were somewhat longer, that you had to take a few times to really get good at to beat, or had passwords or that kind of thing. So games like this, if we had purchased a game like this for a full price, I can imagine my sister and I being pretty disappointed. Yeah, I'm gonna say I missed that. I might get a game over, because I suck. But I mean, whatever. Whatever. So, I wouldn't say this is my favorite, or mine and my sister's favorite game to play together when we were kids, but it's definitely one of them that we played a lot. Just because it was so quick to play. Very easy to kind of get through without any real troubles. 2 players. We used to play a lot of Ice Climber, too. I might do a quickie on just straight up the 31-in-1, because there was a lot of really fun games on that machine. Or on that cartridge, sorry. One was a game based on the anime Macross, and I couldn't believe that was on there when I found out that's what that was. So, just very cool. You get to experience a lot of fun games just from that. Now you can kind of go past it if you want to. You can kind of go back and just jump, and you win. Ball just disappears. Also, weirdly enough, Charlie's design is hugely different in this game than it is in the arcade version. This is a tough level. Slow down your horse, you can make it go faster. You can go even faster than that. It's pretty tough. Yeah. So it's very easy to die here if you're not maintaining your speed. I'd say this is one of those games that my sister and I took a while to actually finally beat. I'm just gonna skip these guys. Back then, you only had a couple tries for a game, right? So you had to be very careful if you wanted to beat them. No continues, no nothing. But, yeah, arcade games, man, this is what they were back in the day. You do multiple rounds of this, and you'd see how far you can get. We can get to a couple of the, rounds throughout, I don't know what they call them, but once you beat the game once, it kind of just repeats. Loops, there we go. We can get to, the second or third loop. Ooh, that was close. Basically at the end there. Don't really have a time limit that matters, so you can really take your time here, like I'm doing. And then be careful and make sure you jump on the thing, because you can totally go past it, and that's really, really funny. So that level and this next level were definitely the hardest ones for us. Man, this was really tough. We didn't really understand it for the longest time. I still don't really get it. Like, no, I might not make this. One try. Will I make this? I hate this level. I just find them really difficult. Oof. Okay, ah, shit, I could have taken that. And don't do that. Don't take me back. Oh, come on. Holding right. So this is a bonus. It does tick down, and that, I guess, is your timer, but I don't think the time actually, like, matters, so... Oh, okay, there we go. Well, we didn't beat it. That was the last level, though. But this was an extremely quick quickie. I just wanted to have fun with an old game I used to play as a kid. Actually, you know what? Let's not finish this yet. Let's do the B loop. This is, I think if you beat the game once, this is like the next loop. It's much harder. So, whatever. We'll take a little bit longer, and we'll play a little bit more. See, it's already a little harder with the flaming onion rings, as I like to call them. They look delicious, don't they? They really do. There we go, good. Also, I don't think I'll die on this one, but if I do, watch the lion. Oh, well, there we go. The lion, I feel so bad for him. He's just like, gah! Poor thing. Oh, I got double loops here, too. Oof, I almost just jumped right into that. I'm not as good at this as I used to be. But man, these were just fun to play when we were kids. Whew. When my sister and I were kids, actually, the whole family used to play games a little bit. Mom and Dad too. So every so often we'd do like, we'd do a little competition. We would play through most of the games in 31-1. We'd all take turns, and we'd see who'd get the highest scores, and kind of tally it all up. It was kind of our little Olympics. I must have been an annoying little kid to make my family do that for me. But I appreciate it. Being older now and seeing that, like, geez, did I really get my family to do that? They must have thought I was so annoying. I used to be, like, right into games. I mean, obviously I still am, but, like, when I was a kid, I didn't do much else. I didn't play outside all that much. I was very much into video games, more so than I am now. Whew, there we go. I think I'm definitely a more well-rounded person than I used to be when I was, 8. Whew, damn monkeys. As you can see, it already is way harder, but the first couple levels still aren't that difficult. Just basically, crazier timing for your jumps, and that's basically it. I don't know what it was for the balls. I think it's just more balls, tighter jumps. With the trampolines, they're just much smaller. There's also a level that they cut from the arcade version. I don't know what the whole trend for cutting arcade levels for NES ports was back then. I mean, I get that NES cartridges can't hold a ton of space, but they can hold this much. If you can hold Final Fantasy III on a Famicom cart, you can put all 6 levels of Circus Charlie on it, for God's sakes. But it was another trampoline one, but not like with the horse. Ooh, that was close. You bounce on one trampoline to the other, kind of like the trapeze, and you kind of time your jumps to the next trampoline. But there were clowns that would have like they were juggling fire, that kind of thing. You'd have to time your jumps with them. I get why they'd cut that one if they were going to cut any of them, because I mean, there's probably more moving parts to that type of level, so it's probably a lot harder for them to figure out how to do way back when this came out. Because like I said, this is an early game in the Famicom's life cycle, so like there wasn't a lot of major things. I mean, if you guys have seen my Phil's Challenge episodes, which I've only done 2, like that game Atlantis known as The Mystery of Atlantis, like that was considered crazy advanced back then. Like that was a Metroidvania game before Metroid even existed. So back when this game came out, this was kind of just the pinnacle of it. Like they didn't really know how to do anything bigger than this, so that's some good jumping. That's right, I'm an amazing clown. Check that out. Question of the day, you afraid of clowns? I'm not. I've never been afraid of clowns. Though, for some reason, My earliest dream involves a circus. It's when I was very, very young, and I don't remember anything about it. I remember being kind of scary because it was like an empty circus tent. I don't know. I have no idea how old I was when I used to dream it, but that's my earliest, like, dream. At least I think it is. I mean, does anyone really know? These guys are small enough that you can actually jump over a few of them fairly easily, actually, without even bothering. Oh, that was stupid of me. Well, damn. Will we even make it at the trapeze? Probably. We should be fine. There we go. So yeah, I'm not afraid of clowns. And I know the whole, oh, Pennywise, he's so scary. He's not. I mean, great movies. They're scary enough that they're fun to watch, but they're not. It's like, oh, I hate clowns now. I've got a couple friends who are actually legit scared of clowns, and I mean, like, I'm not the type of person to make fun of them. It's not cool. We all have stuff we're afraid of. I used to be, like, really afraid of spiders when I was a kid. I still don't like them, obviously, but I'm not scared of them in the way that I was. I like tarantulas. I think they're adorable. Which is kind of weird, but whatever. But no, clowns, they're fine. I mean, I'm Canadian, so circuses for us is just Cirque du Soleil. Which is super entertaining. Alright. It'd be funny if I beat this loop. And not, well, no, not with that attitude. Wow, it's only 40 meters away. So it's definitely a much smaller level. Like the whole trapeze. But I mean, you go a lot faster. Or not faster, but, oh, well, there you go. That was the end of it. Yeah, see, these trapeze stages, man, they really do me in. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. Happy birthday, Carolyn. from your dumb Let's Player brother. I hope you have a good one, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.